Hi Tea Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet. Today we are checking out P1Harmony's Duh album, which I feel like I always have to say with a lot of emphasis because there is all caps and an exclamation point. But I'm pretty excited for this. I feel like with all of the anti-hero kind of imagery that we had, it really opens up a lot of space for them to do some fun out of the box things for them as a group. I hope that they lean into that change in persona and can do some new things that maybe they haven't before, but we're gonna have to wait and see. There's some songs that I'm pretty excited to get to just from like the titles and some of the chatter I've been on like the outside of for. I think this is the song that I'm like the most excited to hear on this album, which is like right at the beginning with Pretty Boy, partly just because as someone who is a fan of Pretty Boys, I'm here for them to just like lean into that, but also because I know a little bit about this song just because I saw a clip of Kyo talking about how this song was partly because people would call him a pretty boy or like them pretty boys as like a negative thing or like to kind of put them down, and this is their response of what's wrong with being a pretty boy, which wholeheartedly agree with. What's wrong with that? But I don't know anything else. I haven't heard any of it. I don't know like anything else outside of just like a clip of him, like a live stream talking about it. But I know there's like live performance and stuff like that, so that's why I'm excited about it too. Okay, let's just jump in. I'm too excited. Ooh. Interesting instrument. Kyo, sir. Ooh, okay, first off, the instrumentation on this, great. I think starting with Kyo's voice too just fits really well. A bit of a darker tone. Also, just like Kyo leader, I feel like him stepping into something like this, like given the lyrics too of just, oh, say it again, call me one more time, of this idea of if you're gonna throw around insults or words or try and hurt my feelings, say it again to my face. That kind of feeling to it. But also you just want to like fantasize me if you want me to fit into a specific box, and I'm not gonna do that. Maybe I think that it can be a lot of different things, especially with idol culture of like parasocial relationships and how people put certain characteristics or personalities or whatever on people based on what they perceive them as, which isn't always true. Like we don't actually know them. But it could also be like, oh, you think because I look a certain way that I'm not going to fight back? If they're calling them pretty boys and it's, oh, does that make you think that I'm just going to sit here and not defend myself? Because that's not what's going to happen. And they definitely had moments in their songs, especially the last album. I'm thinking of Wasp, right? Where they've definitely had a bit more of a bite to their lyrics and have definitely not been holding back quite as much in terms of lyrics now that they've have a little bit more input on that and are a little bit more experienced in the industry. It's a little bit less tenuous for them, but I love the sound of it too. Like it has this darker tone to it, like edge to it anyway, but it's like very controlled in a lot of ways too, which I think is good. It has this like feeling of that contained like anger or like energy of I'm not gonna let you disturb my peace, right? Like a laugh sample. The way he lightens his voice in there too. Ooh, and talk no. You're coming in with a deeper tone and I'm not gonna be here for that, but I am, but calm. Love the melody there. Like I love the way that Theo like softens out at the end of his phrase and then Kyo just doing like a bunch of fun things with the vocal melody there. Ooh, okay, before thumbs up comes in, I love the way that they have the drawn out with the boy. That's so fun anyway, but I like that it's like in contrast to the pretty, right? This very like cut off sound and leaning into the like p-t sound, right? Having those two syllables like really hit, and then drawing out that boy and putting like a little bit of vocal fry on it too that just like, draws out that sound. I think that it's fun to have those two contrasts just in the vocal melody, but also I think it's like emphasizing two different things, right? Like it's distinguishing two different concepts and pinpointing like the word pretty and boy, making them stand out. The boy is elongated of, yeah, I'm pretty, I'm also a boy. Like the fact that I'm pretty does not take away that masculinity, right? It doesn't take away the fact that I am in fact a man, a boy. I am still masculine despite the fact that I'm pretty, right? Like I can be both. Why not? Why can't I be pretty and a boy at the same time? And I think that is so fun to emphasize those two things. A bit of a darker tone going into those deeper tones too is like leading into more of that like masculine tone, right? As opposed to getting into the higher range. So I like having that in there too. And it's snappy, right? It's, yeah, okay, call me pretty because I am. I'm okay with that. What's wrong with being pretty, right? So I love bringing that into this. It just, again, there's this kind of like grounded, like dark tone to the whole song too. Again, this like barely contained, like controlled emotion of I'm not going to let you get under my skin and make me like blow up with a bunch of emotion because you're not worth it, right? He's having so much fun with his delivery, that like that whisper, like calm response almost, and then like push me, please. Like it's so fun. I think there's some sass in it. True. Wait. First off, pretty girls do like pretty boys. Like, it's fine. I wasn't ready for the curly like broccoli. I wasn't ready. But I appreciate it. Like I'm saying, I kind of, there's some sass in their delivery, but I also like, again, taking in some of that humor of this. It's ridiculous that you're saying things like this, like it's gonna hurt my feelings, like whatever. It's not even worth my time because I'm too busy being successful or having people actually be fans of me, right? I can't hear you over the cheers in a way. So I love the way that they're just like playing with like hitting these stops, right? Like the P's and T's and elongating other sounds, right? So the difference in those like cadences between this really like staccato to like these more like legato things, it's so good. It's so fun and like tongue-in-cheek. I love it.
Please call me pretty.
Theo's vocals. So pretty, like the break in his voice, but I also love the lyric of don't add a filter to the image you gave me. Is that what the line is? Again, I know translations are gonna be whatever, right? But yeah, don't add filters to the image you give me. Like I was saying before, of being given a certain image, like if you, just because you see me as a pretty boy doesn't mean that I'm this or that or whatever personality traits that you want to give me, right? Just because you're gonna look at me and be like, oh, you're not as like masculine or whatever as other guys, it's okay, but that doesn't mean that I'm not a boy, right? It doesn't mean I'm not a man. It doesn't mean that I'm not someone who presents more masculine. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna not fight back. It doesn't mean that I'm going to just sit here and let you see me in a certain light, and because of that you don't need to like take me seriously or go back to the, you just want to fantasize me, right? You just want to have like your own image of who I am, regardless of like actually getting to know me or actually giving me a chance or actually hearing what I have to say, right? So again, and then add filters in on an image of an actual image. If you're saying like, oh, you're just a pretty face, like what do you have to say? So I love all of the different meanings you just put into that, and then gorgeous vocals from Theo. The ad-libs are fun too. I love it, like hums in the back. The vocal run. Ooh, I love, okay, we go back for solo vocals for what? But also I love the idea of I'm just gonna own it, right? I'm just gonna own the fact that I'm a pretty boy. What's wrong with that? Fine, sure, I could be a pretty boy. Why not? That doesn't mean I shouldn't be taken seriously. That doesn't mean that I'm any less of a person. Okay, yeah, I'm a pretty face. I'm also super talented. So I love the confidence of it. Again, a lot of it in this like lower part of their range too. And even when we get to a bit of a higher range with like Theo and some of Kyo's part, it's still with, again, like beautiful vocals from Theo, just like the way that he's kind of getting that break in his voice. Kyo always has like a darker tone, so I feel like you can get away with him having a bit of a higher part of his range in the melodies without losing some of the kind of like lurking threat to the song as well. So I love having kind of those two contrasts even back to back, right? Like the beauty and delicate sound of Theo's vocals and then having that like darker, almost like heavier tone from Kyo, right? Like I already really like when we have them back to back because their voices are so different. Again, it has that kind of like lurking darker tone underneath that beauty, and I think that's really fun too. Just bops too. I love that vocal. The layered vocals are beautiful too. Ooh, that little vocal run before we get into this bridge, but I love all the layered vocals in the harmonies too. It's a fun beat. I want to see the choreo. Young. No, we're going back for all of that. He was like, you want vocal runs, you want range, you want like chest mixed falsetto? Sure. Instrumentation is so fun in this. Ooh, ad-libs. Ooh. Oh, that's a fun song. It's interesting instrumentation too. Like, again, having this kind of like darker, like bassier sound, definitely having some like higher parts in some of the percussion, but it's very beat heavy. And I think that's fun without being like overpowering, right? Like it's a bit minimal in a lot of the elements of the production, but I think that just lets them have some fun with that delivery with the vocals. The melodies are really fun, and the certain like syllables like or sounds that they're emphasizing and elongating is super fun. And again, it just has this, I don't know, contained feeling of I'm in control of this. And I think that really goes into what the lyrics were talking about of, all right, you want to call me like this and that, and you want to have all these like assumptions about who I am. I know who I am. I'm okay with being a pretty boy. I'm okay with stepping into maybe having some more like feminine elements in the way that I exist in the world, or the way that I present myself. So what? Doesn't make me any less talented doesn't make me any less able to speak my mind or to have feelings or opinions or whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm still me. I'm still who I am. So I feel like having this very like contained, controlled sounding song fits really well with that. And I think that having all of these fun vocal melodies not only show off how talented their vocals are, but also control, right? You have to have a bunch of control over your vocals to be able to do all those different things in it. So I think that it's all right. Sure, I'm in control though. I get to choose who I am. And you can take away like the filters or whatever because you're wrong. You don't make those assumptions until you've like actually taken some time to know who I am. Loved it. I really want to see like dance practice and choreo for that because I feel like with that production would be so fun. Right, Murmur. I don't know anything about this. Like the only thing that I really know about this album was Pretty Boy, and now I'm like, I'm out of my knowledge now. But Murmur, I don't even know what to guess for what that would be about. Maybe like background noise? Because we definitely have Duh was about, oh, you don't know who I am? That's so embarrassing for you. Ooh, it's like secondhand embarrassment because you have no idea who I am. And then Pretty Boy is whatever you thought I was just by looking from the outside. You're wrong. You don't actually know who I am or like what I'm about until you actually listen and pay attention. So like maybe Murmur is just like background noise or like people talking, but it doesn't actually mean anything. I mean, there's a crowd of people talking and it all meshes into a single sound. Maybe that's just me because I can't separate out sounds and give some of them more importance than the others, but I don't know. Ooh. Interesting keys. Well, I'm sorry. I wasn't reading. I'm sorry. I got distracted by the instrumentation with those like keys that feel almost like suspenseful. And then we got into a hip hop beat and then Intalk was just like going off. I'm sorry. I'm going to pay attention. Ooh. Remember what I said about how some of their lyrics have some bite to them? I feel like they heard me. Okay, I feel like I was maybe on the right page where I was just like something becoming background noise is like a murmur of none of it really stands out. I just want to go through some lyrics, you know what I mean? Like I just want to take some time to highlight some of the gems. The fact that we're starting with got nothing better to do, right? Like this idea of starting about like rumors and everything. Oh, all you can do is tear somebody down. The typing out hate online, like your hobby, typing out hate online. Interesting. The pathetic cowardice is a lot for him to just throw out there like early on in the song. Y'all were not holding back punches with this one. I like the one slip and boom, you're exposed, like this idea of it's easy to say all of these things and to have all these judgments when you have the anonymity of saying something online, right? When you're hiding behind a keyboard, when you can have a username and a profile picture that like isn't who you are, it's easy for you to say all those things, but eventually you're gonna get caught, right? Like eventually you're gonna make a mistake and people are gonna find out who you are. They're gonna find out what kind of a person you are. Well, it's the same, give someone a mask and you find out who they really are, right? The anonymity is just revealing who you truly are. Your mask is the smile that you're putting up when you're just going about your normal life because you want people to perceive you as a good person. But the moment that you have anonymity, you're behaving like this, people are gonna find out. And I think that is interesting. Like, jealousy is your special skill. These lines, I'm offended and it's not even about me. You know what I mean? I'm like, ooh, ooh. And I know it's not because I said anything. Like, don't even know how embarrassing you are. But between the jealousy is your special skill, pathetic cowardice, and then you're embarrassing. Oddly proud of them. Call them out because you should, right? I do it. I'm not an idol. I can publicly shame someone if I want to. I feel like we need to bring back consequences because that's part of the issue, right? Is that people are like anonymous. So they're like, oh, I can just say whatever I want. There won't be any consequences for my actions or what I'm saying. Yes, there is. Right? Like, just because you don't see it, just because you don't have to deal with those consequences in real time doesn't mean that the consequences aren't there, right? Like, you're still hurting somebody. You're still affecting somebody. You're still, like, leaning in to those parts of yourself that if it becomes habit, right? Where you're just like, oh, I can just say mean things about people. That's also a consequence for yourself, right? If you're suddenly okay with being rude and saying awful things about someone, and that just doesn't affect you anymore because you're like, oh, I'm just putting it online. That affects you, right? Like that affects like your ability to empathize with other people. So there are consequences. Just because someone isn't calling you out to your face because you're not saying it face to face doesn't mean that there aren't consequences that you're going to have to deal with, right? I just need to listen to it again. This might be my favorite. I like the group vocal too. Starts with petty gossip. Yeah. Ooh, starts with petty gossip, turns into whispers that threaten lives. Bar. And again, I know translations are going to be what they are, but just the sentiment of that is, hey, you think that, that's what I was saying, just because you don't know what the consequences are right now in the moment doesn't mean that there aren't consequences. And what you think is just, I was just saying what I heard, right? I was just like sharing something that I heard. I'm like, I didn't mean it, or I didn't know if it was true or whatever. You can come up with whatever excuses you want. Doesn't change the fact that what you said hurt somebody. I think it's worse when we say it about people who are like public figures, because you don't know how much you're hurting them, right? Idols don't show every single thing that they're feeling every single second, right? You don't see them when they're reading through comments and can see what people are saying. So you have no idea how much you're impacting them. Just because they put on a smile and they go out and they perform, right, doesn't mean that it isn't affecting them, that it isn't something that is getting into their head. You don't know. Be careful what you say, because you have to think about the possibility of the worst case scenario. What happens if I say this? And even though that worst case scenario might not happen, you should consider that it could before you say it, right? Ooh, wait. Oh, the lyrics on this one. Hold up. This might be my favorite song just by the message of it. Yeah, the crowd piles on. That idea of everyone's, oh, someone else said it. I feel like there is that mentality of, oh, I didn't start the rumor. I wasn't the one who came up with it. I was just sharing what I heard. Okay, but you still did it, right? Oh, I didn't write anything. I just liked that post. Okay, liking that post means more people see it. The more that you give attention to something, the more popularity it's going to have, the more people are going to end up seeing it. So even though you're like, oh, I didn't say it, you did not say it, right? You didn't like block and move on and delete something or decide not to say something. You could have made a lot of decisions. And the one that you made was to like engage with this person saying something hateful. It doesn't matter if you didn't say it. And reputation becomes a leash. That's also a bar. This whole line, this whole bar, this whole song, I'm just like, wow, y'all didn't hold back on this one, and I appreciate it. They're not mincing words. They're not like leaning into being like overly poetic or anything. They're being very blunt and straightforward with it, not in a super aggressive way in terms of like their delivery, right? Like it isn't like playing victim. It isn't being like super antagonistic. It's just, this is what you're doing. Do you understand how embarrassing it is? Do you really understand the consequences of what you're doing? It feels more like a parent sitting you down and being like, do you understand what you've said? It feels more like that than someone like outwardly being like, I want to pick a fight with you. It's not even worth it, because what are you even doing? Like the moment that you look me in the eyes, you would never ever say any of these things. And we both know that, right? And like the beat on it too, love it.
You know the beat keeps playing, my voice keeps playing. That's happening no matter what you say now. 랩내는 부추겨 군중을 채워 평판이라 목줄 미디어에 노출 다 붙잡힌 목숨줄. In one ear out the other, forgotten.
Good.
I don't even bother. You are the judge. What you want from me? You better run from me. Murmur, I say you better. Lies.
I love the in one ear and out the other, forgotten. Like I was saying, it's not like they're not picking a fight because they're like, it's not worth it. Because the moment that I look you in the eyes, you're going to cower in fear because you would never say it to my face. And hey, look, that's why I call people out on saying stuff in my comment section. Because the number of times that I have just replied to someone's comment and they've gone, oh, I didn't think you would see it. You wrote it in my comment section. What do you mean that you didn't think I would see it? Of course I saw it. Or they'd be like, oh, I didn't know it could be like seen that way. I'm like, yes, you did. You were being mean. You just didn't think that you'd have to deal with the consequences of it. So I love that the song is just, it doesn't even affect me. I'm not even upset. I'm not even insulted by what you're saying. It's just exhausting and embarrassing. Like I have secondhand embarrassment by watching you behave like this. Grow up, right? That's the feeling of it. And I love that for them. Love it.
Yep, I don't even bother. You are the judge. What you want from me? You better run from me.
Yeah, like run from me of like,
you better lies.
hello. What I say it to my face. Say it to my face. The number of times that I've said that in my life where someone has like been talking, even just like in school or whatever, people would be saying things and I would just walk up to the person and be like, all right, let's have this out right now. And they would back it out immediately. Or in my comments where I'm just like, hey, I saw this, your comment you wrote. And people were like, oh wait, I didn't know. Yeah, you did. If you wrote that and we're just like, oh, they're never gonna read it, they could. And the number of times people have just apologized to me immediately because they're like, I didn't know that I would get called out for it. And I'm like, you know, on my channel. So I love that they're like, you better run from me because otherwise the moment that I look in your direction, you run away. Say it to my face, stop hiding. Just say like, shut up. I think this might be my favorite song. It's very close to just being my favorite P1Harmony song because like the vibe of it, the lyrics of it, the content of it, absolutely. Also it bops. It's a fun beat.
I say you better.
I love the murmur. It's not even words specifically. The speak up. That like distortion of his voice. The blah blah. Ooh. Like it's not speech, it's a dub, and you like behave like a leader stirring up the crowd. It's you want all that attention, right? Like you want the attention of saying something about me or controversial about me, right? Like, you're saying something because you want the outrage, but you're not actually, right? Like you're not being a leader. You're just being mean. And I love the nothing but a murmur of, I can't even hear you properly. Like it's just background noise, right? It's just white noise in the back of what I'm doing. I'm too busy with other things. If you're backing out, you're never real. Speak it. Ooh. They're like shady agendas. I love Soul's clear vocal there too. I love my voice keep slaying. What did I say? Look in my eyes and say it again. Say it like you mean it. Go on. I didn't think it was possible for me to love P1Harmony more, but here we are. Look, I got some favorite songs in their discography, but I feel like this is up there with just the ones that make me feel incredibly proud, especially since they're speaking up, right? Like them being like, hey, say it to my face, here's my opinion. Here's what I think of you. What was that? Crickets. Because when it comes down to business, you're not going to say it to my face. You're not going to look me in the eyes and say it like you mean it. Love it. So proud of you boys. I've been here for a hot minute, so I'm proud piece right now. Dang.
My voice keeps slaying. That's happening no matter what you're saying now. Speed it out. 넌 아무 말도 뱉지 못해 얼굴 앞에서. Repeat now. 내 눈은 똑바로 쳐다보고 말해봐. In one ear out the other. Forgotten. Yep, I don't even bother. You are a judge. Listen now. 어떻게 한 구석 탱이 한 구석 자리 잡고서 나는 것이 남을 까내리는 거. You really need to know. Now. So far to the right now. Listen. 뭐 같은 말은 shut up. Every time now.
Love the horns too. A little clip up he did. I love the speak up. It's so good because not only is it a fun little call and response, but because of that distortion in comparison to their cleaner vocals, it just hits differently, right? That's where like the only aggression is coming out, is them being like, say it louder. Huh? Repeat it again. Say it to my face. Speak up. No? Then shut up. I love it so much. I am giddy with this song because it just makes me so happy for them to just pull no punches. They're like, if I'm going to ask you to speak your mind and say exactly what you've been thinking and saying about me online, I'm going to do you the courtesy of saying exactly what I think of you. If that's what we're doing, all right, I'll be 100% honest too, but I'm going to say it to your face. And I love it. I love it so much.
없이 Murmuring about me, murmuring about me. I hate these guys.
Look, I was already gonna be like, I love getting some like fun little vocal slides from Soul. Love Soul vocals. I wasn't ready for Jung to come in with all of that vocal fry. That just sounds like exhausted. It just sounds like he's so tired and I hate these people. Like I hate these guys. Like I keep having to deal with the same, it's the same thing over and over again. They just say the same stuff. Everyone's just hopping on the train of thinking the same things. It makes me think of in the Duh music video where we have Jung when it goes into the first chorus and there's all those people like piling on top of him, and I was like, oh, it feels like someone dogpiling on top of you, like the image of that, of everyone deciding that you're like an easy target for that. And I feel like it's being pulled, some of that imagery, into this too, of I'm so tired of being the good guy, going into some of that anti-hero stuff of what makes a hero. And that's a question that they've been with the whole concept of this album. And this one's, I'm so tired of having to be the better person. I'm so tired of having to be the one who has to smile and keep my mouth shut and be polite when you don't have to, you don't give me any of that courtesy. You're not doing any of that for me. So let me meet you at your level, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. And if you can say what you've been typing online to my face, at least I have the respect of you could say it, but you're not going to. And I love that. No notes. He's like, yeah, but you're talking about me, right?
I hate these guys.
And then those higher ad-libs. I hear you, Jung. I love that so much. I love it so much. I can't even put it in words. Like the fact that it has like a fun beat to it, great vocals from all of them. Lyrics though, fantastic. And again, I feel like it's really punctuating the whole like anti-hero thing that they're going for, of is a hero someone who is always good, who is like a perfect person, right? Like someone who can do no wrong, or is a hero someone who does what needs to be done? And even the whole like Duh music video, it was like going on strike of I'm so tired of the publicity of being a hero, or like I was saying, a bunch of the shots of them was them like at ground level where there was like crazy stuff happening, and some of that was like, oh, we're not gonna save the day this time, we're not going to be the ones who step in to like, stop the craziness that's going on because we're not appreciated for our work or whatever. But it's also like they're at ground level, they understand exactly what is going on, and they're not trying to be up in the buildings in the way at like the party that Kyo like went to, which is part of the lyrics. But it was like they were tucked away, all of these heroes in this like tower in at this party celebrating, oh, we did such a great thing. There was craziness happening outside at ground level where like the rest of the people are. And this is them being like, all right, you were gonna paint us as like the bad guy, sure. If you're not gonna appreciate us, okay. If you're not gonna respect us, I'm gonna meet you where you're at. I don't need to take the high road all the time. I'm choosing to be nice. I'm choosing to be polite. I'm choosing to be kind. I don't have to be. So if you want to play that way, okay. Say it to my face though. You're not going to. It doesn't even matter to me. Out in one ear and out the other. Love it so much. Proud of them. This album is already fantastic. I'm 2 songs in. I'm already sorry for how long this video is gonna be. Anyway, we got Flashy, which I am pretty excited for because I got the Duh. I talked about how the moves felt flashy and like the choreo. It feels very much superhero, leaning into the fact that you have to be a little bit over the top and dramatic. Maybe? I don't know. Ooh. And that should give me electric guitars. Wait, I just said, okay, look, I was like, I love Pretty Boy. Then I was like, I think Murmur might be my favorite song. And now you're coming at me with electric guitars and this beat and just like the fun, like repetition of sounds. And you're like, pave the way again? No, you don't get to do this to me. You don't get to make me question my entire list of favorite P1Harmony songs this many times, partway through an album. Start from the top. Let me get seated properly. Ooh, okay, now we're probably getting to the drop, but okay, a twist of the drama. I'll place myself right in, like, this idea that I'm just gonna throw myself into the spotlight, right? I am the drama. Love the vibe of that. And also, you can't look away, right? This is my show, and you're definitely you won't be able to look away, right? Because I'm that good. This scream sample as well, crazy. But the fact that they're like, I'll be flashy, like I was saying in the checking out the dance practice, I was like, oh, it feels very flashy, it feels very over the top, it feels very attention grabbing, which is sometimes seen as like a negative, right? People are like, why are you taking up so much space? Like, why are you being like an attention hog? So I love that they're like leaning into, okay, I'll be the drama, I'll be flashy, I'll be the one in the spotlight, and being like, I'm okay with that. Whatever. So many things. I don't even know where to start. And the claps too, as you build up. And the sass in it. They are sassy. I like deserve that. I'm like, oh, is there choreo for this? I want there to be so bad. Wait, like, haters, I don't have time for that. Like, I can't deal with stuff that's like, we're not even on the same level, so why would I deal with haters? I need there to be choreo. I need there to be choreo for this song, not only because of that beat, but also because I need to see the confidence in Sass. I know they can, okay? I've seen how sassy this group is. It's part of the reason I love them. I need it desperately. Criminal stealing your gaze? So many soul lines. I'm here for it. Damn, with that vocal run. I love every moment feels like the finale. Let's go. Ooh, beautiful vibrato at the end there, and the way that he pulled up his chest voice. Gorgeous tone there. The bass is bumping. Little breakdown. Ooh, the guitar. Yeah. There's like, ooh, guitar. There's like, hear the guitar. Gorgeous. I know I'm interrupting, I know, but we gotta get those vocals again. These two back to back. Beautiful falsetto. Gorgeous, and the echo on it too. Not only is the echo just good, like the end after all of that sound, right? Like it's such a like forward momentum. There's tons of like layers in the production and stuff going on, but also I feel like echo is like an empty space of no one is up here on the same level as me anyway. Of course I'm the center of attention, right? Of course I'm have the spotlight. Of course everyone's watching me. Everyone else wants to be up here with me and they're not. I love that so much. I love it. Just like it's a fun dance track. I feel like live would be so much fun too, but also that's just leaning into it, right? Like we've had so many different things of, again, duh is, if you don't know me, that's embarrassing for you. Pretty Boy is, but don't pretend that just because you know my name and my face, that you know who I am and you know what I'm about, right? Then Murmur is, if you're gonna say mean things about me, if you're gonna write hateful things about me, you should be able to say it to my face, right? Just because I'm a pretty face doesn't mean I won't stand up for myself. And then this one's, and you're gonna say that I'm creating drama, right? That I'm taking attention, that I'm being too flashy, I'm being too much. Okay, I'm fine with that too. And I love that this song is like really upbeat and loud and has tons of production stuff, right? Where it's just, I'm okay with that. I'm gonna dance and have fun, and I am gonna be the center of attention because I deserve to be here. Love it so much with that guitar as well. I didn't need Dubstep to call me out on it and how much I was listening to that guitar. Love it so much. Fun. Need there to be choreo. Desperately need there to be choreo for that one, and live performances. Oh my god. Okay, Over and Over. No idea at this point. No idea what we're doing now. Are we saying like we win over and over? I know y'all have been winning and doing some good things with this comeback and all that. I don't, at this point, I'm just here for the ride. I've adored every single song. I didn't think that I wouldn't, but was not ready to be this like thoroughly entertained. I love that they're just leaning into being the bad guy a little bit, being the anti-hero, being like a little morally gray in not needing to present themselves like entirely perfect, especially in like K-pop and an idol space of them being like, maybe I am a little bit messy. Maybe I am a little bit in the drama. Okay, sure. Let's do this. So I have no idea what we're gonna do with Over and Over, but I'm gonna have a good time. Ooh. Start with some brass? Wasn't ready. I'm actually shaking. Jung, no, okay? I love that we're getting some rapper Jung in this comeback. I know they make little bits and pieces, but I really miss him from all the way back, right? I wasn't ready for this beat to come in. And this like distorted voice. Oh, so we're fighting. This is us being like, square up. Is that what we're doing right now? We coughed again, like in duh. I like the game was over me. I need them to stop having so much fun with these ad-libs, especially Doug's Hub, and I need him to not do his verse. You could hear the laugh in his voice. That's what it's taking me up. Like him saying, I'm gonna play, and you can hear the delight in his delivery of him just being like, all right, sure, square up, let's play. I'm ready. Don't be like this. Don't be like this. What is his name? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, sweetie pie. Theo's vocals there, gorgeous. Love the way we slowed everything down after this more like rap beat. Slowing everything down, gorgeous vocals, and then like second round, phase 2, right? They're going into it. Hey, you thought you knew us? You thought that you knew who you were dealing with? Nope. We're doing something different now. If you want, gloves are off. Like we can fight this out if you want. don't think you know who I am. I've lasted long enough going after what I wanted, fighting to get to where I'm at. I'm used to having to fight, so bring it on. Did you say try me? Reset. Ooh, I love the like note that he put there, but reset. Love that song. Fight back. Kyo's starting to, you're gonna compromise. So I love that we have this as a group vocal where it's like, hey, we're a collective, we're all doing this together. Hey, you can knock us down, we're gonna get back up again. Round 2, even if you knock us down, even if you like win this round, that's 2 out of 3, come at me again. So I love it. And the over and over we come back, right? We like reset. I'm gonna keep coming back. I'm gonna keep fighting for what I want. No matter how many times I get knocked down, you're not gonna be able to hold me down long enough, right? I'm gonna keep fighting. So let's see who holds out the longest. I like Zone again. We had that in the previous song. Cool little flip up there. First off, you putting the easiest pie in this. Already cute. Second, the like, why so serious? Villains, right? Talking about not being the hero, but also coming back again and why are you so upset that like you lost or whatever, right? Why are you being a sore loser? Kind of vibe as well. Love this game imagery, but then also I'm just having fun. We've had that like previously with Doug's Up, right, where he's like laughing, he's like, I'll play the game, right, let's play. And even then like in Murmur being like in one ear and out the other, I'm not even listening to you anymore. You're not saying anything interesting, you're not saying anything new, you won't say it to my face anyway, so why bother? And like this whole thing, it just feels really fun, even like going back to duh of them being like, duh, like the sass of that and the who's that, it's me, duh, why don't you know who I am, which is like a really fun delivery. It's a really fun sassy way of delivering it. It's just, I'm just having fun, like it's not that serious, and you're just upset that I'm out here having fun and I'm still winning, and you're trying so hard and it's just, it's not working. Don't even come close. Like the all you have yawns. Gorgeous. I love the little like ad lib in the back of that part too. Change it up again. The who are you to try and teach me? No, I love that we change it again, saying like, even the callback to like Reset. Reset is a song that is a few comebacks ago, right? They definitely change up their sound. They do new things. Like even me saying like Phase 2, that was a different comeback, right? This is them saying we're not afraid to try new things, to do new sounds, to, if we get knocked down, we're going to come back stronger. We're going to have new tricks up our sleeves, right? So even when you think that you've outsmarted us, you haven't, because we're still doing all these other things. We're constantly evolving and willing to bring new things in it. So who are you to teach me new tricks when you can't even keep up with me, right? When you don't even come close to where I'm at. Love that. You can follow me. Call back. Crazy production. Love it. Again, fitting into a we try again over and over. We're just going to keep coming back. The moment that you think you've knocked us down, you haven't, right? Round 2. Let's go again. So I love that, where they're like, we always have some fight in us, and little callbacks to previous things of them. I feel like it's good for this too, of them being like, hey, we're just going to keep trying. We're just going to keep coming back. But also it's like saying, hey, we've done all these different things in our discography and we're still willing to learn. We're still willing to change things up. We're still willing to come at our art and our music and our craft from a different angle. We're not afraid to evolve as we go along. And I love that too. Like they're just bringing that in. Love the like brass coming through too. I think that it's such a distinct sound in their discography in of itself too. Gorgeous vocals from a bunch of them. Great bars as well. I'm just so happy with this album. I'm a little bit upset that I only have one song left after this, but I also really want to hear it because all these songs have been so good. All right, last song for now, Work, which I feel like fits in with the stuff that we have for this whole album, of them being like, we're willing to put in the work. We've fought for where we've gotten. We deserve to have the attention that we have. And if you don't know who we are, that's on you, right? That's you not being in the know of what's going on. So excited. We usually end the albums with a slower song, but maybe that's not the vibe, especially since we're stepping outside of what the P1Harmony has been previously, leaning more into this like darker anti-hero, I'll be the bad guy if I have to vibe. Who knows? Oh, well, it's not a ballad. Cool, like vocal sample. They're having fun with the distorted vocals and certain samples. Dunk sub? Hang on. Pardon?
This party you can find where I see, but I'm hot. This party's bumping, drink your machi. I see, but I'm still on fire. Tachi hit the gachi. I see outfit 바꿔 music taste it knock the door. 다 불러줘 친구의 친구까지 다 Welcome to the show D-Day. 다들 달리고 봐 지금부터 my style like Friday rain.
I know I'm interrupting. I don't know where to interrupt. Welcome to the show D-Day. Look, remember when I was like, I'm excited that in this comeback we're getting some rapper Jung again? I wasn't ready for Kyo to come in with a bit of a rap cadence with the vocal fry, talking about how he's icy but hot. This album is exhausting, but I love absolutely every second of it. Does that make sense? That I'm just like, I'm so proud of y'all, but you could let me breathe like for one track or for a second, right? Dang. Hold on. Look at the wind down the vocal sample.
I see, but I'm hot. This party's bumping, drink your machi. I see, but I'm still on fire. Tachi hit the gachi. I see outfit 바꿔 music taste it knock the door. 다 불러줘 친구의 친구까지 다 Welcome to the show D-Day. 다들 달리고 봐 지금부터 my style like Friday rain. 전화부터 또 갈 사람 가고 다시 불러 time goes fast.
Ooh, fun melody. I love the like spinning like a record and like them being at this party, but I also love that they're like ending a bit with a party inspired track of everyone's invited. Friend of a friend, sure. Come and join the show. Come and enjoy what we have to offer. Come and be a fan, or at least see what we have and like, what we're doing, and have a good time. Or be a party pooper. Whatever you decide to be, that's your decision. You can do whatever you want. I need Jungsup to not to use his voice like that. You know what? Like, not in the lower tone, not with the like vocal fry coming through, not with this like lazy delivery. I need him to not be like that, especially on a beat like this. It contrasts so well. I feel like so many times when we get Jungsub verses, they pull back a bunch of the production so that the energy of his performance can be the focus, be at the forefront. And this is like inverting some of that, where he's like pulling back his performance, and it's very laid back and lazy and sounds like he's not even trying, even though he's doing a fantastic job. And I think that adds into it as well. It's not that big of a deal. Like, why aren't you just having fun like the rest of us? I hear this song and I'm going to dance like we have with Jung's part. That's the difference, right? I hear a song and I'm like, I'm ready to just have some fun and enjoy it. And you're sat there like being upset and being grumpy because it can't be you. Just have some fun, right? It's okay. It's okay to just like something and not like you're forcing yourself to not like it when we both know that I make good stuff. So. What? What? No, you cannot also have a lower range with vocal fry. What is this? What is this like techno sound? With Theo's voice. The stutter and then the tic-tac-toe is good too. I'm gonna need several business days to recover. What do you mean, first off, that we're doing I work, right? First off, with all the sass that we have already from this group and just this album. Second, this lower range with the vocal fry from all of y'all. I need to cease and desist immediately. No. Oh my god, Intok's gonna do it, isn't he? I don't trust him to behave. I don't think I'm built to get through this song. And you put it at the end of an album, what, like you had to go for a kill shot right at the end? I mean, I'm here for them being a diva. It's like a crowd sample. No comment further on that. Jungsub, I need you to leave me alone. All right? Between your rap and duh, all the way to this point, I need you to stop being talented. I need you to stop coming for me. Already a fan. Don't need you to prove anything to me. Stop. Calm down. Thank you. not like reeds, but still we sway. Stop being talented. It's not fair. It's like he's too good, right? All of them. I need everyone to be on a timeout. Like everyone's vocals, the lyrics. You're even giving me a bunch of soul vocals on this album. It's too much for you to just put all into a single release. And I need you to leave me alone, okay? None of this wordplay nonsense on like a party track. Jesus. With this vocal delivery? Not you too, Kyo. These like synth keys. I'm just tired now. All right, soul vocals revive me. I need Jungso to leave me alone. Are we not gonna get Intok doing the deeper vocals? Dang. I thought for sure he was gonna tell me about how he works. I like that we have a circular thing with the vocals. We ended with where we started or whatever, because we keep going. The party just keeps going. We just keep succeeding. The record's spinning around and around as well. What was that? What was that? And why did you put it at the end of an album? And why did you sing it like that? Why did you sing it with that tone? I'm again, several business days to recover. I don't know what else to say about that one other than, yeah, work. Go for it, diva. I'm here to support you. Wow. What an album. I don't even know how to feel. I'm just like sat here. I need to go back to the beginning and listen to it all again. I think that's where I'm at. I feel a bit like a deer in headlights after that. Not just because the last song, like I wasn't ready for a party, almost like runway vibe, right? But just this whole album in general. Like I have to re-rank all of my favorite songs now. I have to go back and listen to the whole thing again. I feel like Murmur might be, okay, definitely my favorite on the album. Is it my new favorite P1Harmony song? I definitely have to think about it. And I think that's worrisome in and of itself. Every time I get to a new comeback now, I'm like, do I have a new favorite song? I can't keep playing like this, okay? I like the stability of having a favorite song and then other songs that I also really love and listen to all the time. You can't keep making me question my existence in ranking like this. Loved it. I think it gave me exactly what I wanted with this release. Not just from them going, oh, phase 2, we're going to be doing new stuff now that we've had like our first full-length album. We're going to do some new stuff. Leaning into the concept of like anti-hero and like, what does it mean to be a hero? And does a hero necessarily have to be like the best person or the morally just person or always doing the right thing? Or is their job to do what no one else is doing that is for the greater good, right? What is a hero? And I love that they were leaning into some of that, of having some of those braggadocious moments. And like, we know that we deserve the successes that we have. We know we deserve to be where we're at, but also saying the thing that everyone's thinking, right? Like, I feel like that's why I love Murmur so much, is that it's very blunt and to the point and exactly what we're all thinking. And it's just nice to hear an idol group be like, this is messed up and embarrassing. What are you even doing? And I love that they like leaned into that. Leave the pretty boys. That's a thing that lots of people say, right? Regardless of whether or not they're in South Korea or they're fans from other countries, especially if they're not a fan of like K-pop music. There are definitely some interesting misogynistic things that are said about specifically male K-pop idols. And I love that they were just like, okay, let's lean into that, right? Just because I'm pretty doesn't mean I'm only a pretty face. Like, right? I am pretty and extremely talented, and I have things to say, and I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm a whole person beyond just the idol image that you're seeing from like a distance because you don't know anything about me, or you don't know anything about my music, or you don't know anything about who I am as a performer, right? So I love so much about this album that I don't even know what to say to sum it all up other than, wow, I love it so much. Let me know all your thoughts. Let me know your favorite song, because I feel like I am going to struggle a little bit with getting some of my ranking of, I feel like Murmur's at the top, and then after that, I'm like, I don't know. But I can't wait to sit down and listen to it over and over again. Check out some of the performances. Oh my gosh, I know there's a Pretty Boy performance and I want to watch it so bad. Can't wait to get into some of that, to explore some more of this comeback. And I hope you enjoyed listening to that along with me. You can click this playlist to go into my previous reactions, or you can subscribe to the next time I post a P1Harmony reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.